right now, and nobody wants to answer it. There is a report on the desk of the president, the governing authority, that tried to keep you small, and the contents have sent shockwaves through the entire administration of darkness. Why? Because, for the first time in the history of your bloodline, someone actually did it. Someone dared to cross the line. Someone dared to clear the level that was supposed to be impossible. That someone is you. The shift was not just a shift. It was a security breach. The enemies who attacked you are scrambling. Panic is spreading through their ranks. They are realizing they did not just attack a regular person with potential. They attacked the first of their kind. Usually, when the system applies pressure, when it sends betrayal, isolation, and heartbreak, the target folds. 99% take the deal. They settle. They compromise. Your father could not pass this level. Your mother could not pass this level. Your ancestors struggled against this wall for generations and tapped out. The president was counting on you to do the same. They had your file. They predicted you would break by age 25. But you are the anomaly. You looked at the impossible odds and you dared to say no. You looked at the counterfeit blessing, the fake relationship, the hollow success, and you dared to walk away. And because you dared, because you stood your ground, when every statistic said you should fall, you broke the simulation. The system has no protocol for someone like you. Stay with me until the end of this message, because I'm going to show you 3 things the Matrix does not want you to know. First, the exact security breach you caused, and why they cannot fix it. Second, the constitutional power you now carry that even the president has to recognize. And third, the sealed orders that have just been issued in your name. This is not motivation. This is classified intelligence. Subscribe to align yourself with the chosen ones who are rewriting the rules. Like this message if you feel the shift happening in your spirit. And comment the word first if you know you just broke a generational record. Because what you are about to discover will change how you see every attack you survived. The president is shocked because there is no protocol for this. They do not have a plan for someone who refuses to be bought. They do not have a strategy for someone who values their soul more than their safety. They feel tricked. And in a way, God did trick them. God sent you into their territory, disguised as a civilian. You looked normal. You looked like you would follow the rules. You looked like you would be an easy target. So they attacked you. They tested you. They tried to haze you. But they did not know they were hazing the incoming commander. They did not know they were trying to bully the pioneer. Now they are realizing that they accidentally activated the very thing they were trying to suppress. By attacking you, they gave you the resistance training you needed to break the record. Let me show you how the trade happened. The system runs on logic of the world. The logic says if you are betrayed, you should be broken. The logic says if you are offered a safe but hollow relationship, you should take it because something is better than nothing. This is the bureaucracy of mediocrity. But you dared to impeach the logic. Someone in your life saw your value, but also saw the cost. Being with a chosen one costs ego. It costs growth. It costs truth. They did not want to pay the price, so they found a discount. They found someone else. They traded the divine for the deceiver. Logic told them this was smart. Go with the easy option. Go with the person who does not challenge your soul. They bet against you. They short-sold your stock because they thought you would crash without them. But here is the shock. You did not crash. You defied the odds. They left you in the desert expecting you to die of thirst. Instead, you built a well. They threw you to the wolves. You came back leading the pack. You know that moment when they offered you the deal. Maybe it was a relationship that looked perfect but felt hollow. Maybe it was a job that would have paid well but killed your purpose. You remember the wait. The pressure to just take it. The voice saying, "Be realistic." The fear whispering, "What if nothing better comes?" But you walked away. That single decision to refuse the counterfeit caused the security breach, because the system is designed to keep you locked in a specific zone. Whenever someone tries to cross the border into true freedom, the system deploys its agents to intercept them. There have been nights lately where you lie awake replaying the decision, wondering if you made the right call, wondering if your standards are too high. What if this is as good as it gets? What if I walked away from my only chance? But then, something else happens. A knowing deeper than the doubt. A certainty that what you refused was not a blessing, it was a test. And by saying no, you passed. You turned down the bribe. You rejected the shortcut. And in doing so, you proved that you cannot be bought. You have probably also noticed something shifting in your relationships lately. Some people feel heavier. Others, surprisingly easy. People who used to be close are drifting away without conflict. Meanwhile, new connections appear who understand you in ways your old circle never did. You thought maybe something was wrong with you. You were not. The radar is recalibrating. The frequency is changing, and only those who can match your new vibration can stay in range. This is the Ghost Protocol in action. When the attacks ramped up, you did not engage in a firefight. You went stealth. You realized fighting them on their level was a trap, so you slipped the net. You stopped broadcasting your moves. You stopped explaining your vision to people committed to misunderstanding you. You took your healing into the secret place, and the Secret Service lost visual contact. They were looking for you in the drama frequency, but you were not there anymore. They were casting spells on a version of you that no longer existed. Let me take you to scripture. In Exodus chapter 1, Pharaoh issued an executive order: kill every Hebrew baby boy. Why? His intelligence showed the Hebrew population was growing too strong, threatening the system. So the president of Egypt ordered a genocide to protect his administration. But one mother refused to comply. Jochebed looked at that order and said no. She hid her baby for 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she did something brilliant. She put him in a basket and placed him in the river where Egyptian babies bathed. She sent him into enemy territory, disguised as one of them. The daughter of Pharaoh found him. And here is the irony. The president's own daughter ended up raising the very threat he tried to eliminate. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace, eating Pharaoh's food, learning Pharaoh's strategies, all while carrying the DNA of deliverance. Think about what Moses learned in that palace. Egyptian military strategy, how the government operated, where the power structures were vulnerable. Pharaoh paid for every lesson. Pharaoh fed the mouth that would one day speak the words, "Let my people go." Every resource the enemy invested in suppressing Moses became a resource Moses later used to defeat them. And here is why this matters for you. You are Moses in the palace phase. The system attacked you, but the attack backfired. They thought they were breaking you. They were training you. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every setback taught you resilience. Every attack taught you spiritual warfare. You graduated from the enemy's university with honors, and now you are about to use everything they taught you to dismantle the very system that tried to destroy you. Before we continue, I want to share something from our community. Someone commented on a recent video and wrote, "I spent years thinking I was the problem because I would not settle. Now I realize I was just the first in my family to demand more." When I read that, something in my spirit leaped. Because that is exactly what so many of you are discovering. You are not difficult. You are the first. You are the prototype. And if that resonates with you, drop the word pioneer in the comments. Let the system know that the prototype has arrived. Now let me give you something practical. Here is what I want you to consider for this season. First, recognize your diplomatic immunity. You now have protection in territories where others would be destroyed. You are not a civilian anymore. You carry presidential authority. You do not engage in petty arguments. You govern from the balcony. Second, exercise your veto power. You have power to veto energy that enters your field. When someone brings drama, you can simply say no. This is your executive privilege. Third, understand the ancestral audit. You are clearing the grid for everyone who comes after you. Every time you refuse to pass down trauma, you heal the timeline. You are the map maker drawing roads where there used to be jungle. Fourth, acknowledge your black swan status. The system bet on your failure. But you introduced the God variable, and that broke their calculator. You already defied the odds. Their math does not apply to you. Fifth, protect your new frequency. You stopped broadcasting your moves to people committed to misunderstanding you. Keep that discipline. Your strategy is classified. These are not just suggestions. These are protocols. But before we pray, you need to understand the full magnitude of what you just accomplished. You are what the data analysts in the Matrix call a black swan event. In probability theory, a black swan is an event that comes as a complete surprise, has a major effect, and is often inappropriately rationalized after the fact. The system is designed to predict human behavior. It runs algorithms based on your trauma, your socioeconomic background, your family history, and your pain tolerance. The algorithm looked at your file 10 years ago. It ran the numbers. It said, given the level of abuse, given the level of neglect, given the financial disadvantages, and given the betrayal they are about to experience, the probability of this subject collapsing is 99%. The system bet the house on your failure. The President of Darkness allocated resources based on the assumption that you would fold. They sent the narcissists to harvest you because they listed you as free food. They sent the obstacles because they listed you as easy to block. But you introduced a variable they could not code for. You introduced the God variable. You introduced a level of resilience that defies psychological models. You introduced a capacity for forgiveness that defies emotional logic. You introduced persistence that defies physical exhaustion. They are shocked because their math broke. You broke the calculator. They are looking at the charts right now, and the line that was supposed to flatline is going vertical. They are witnessing infinite return on investment on a stock they tried to delist. And this brings us to the economy of betrayal. The people who left you are currently experiencing the worst case of seller's remorse in history. They sold their shares and you incorporated right before the initial public offering. They looked at you when you were in the development phase, when you were messy, when you were healing, and they thought this asset is worthless. So they sold. They dumped the stock. And now, they are watching the ticker. They are watching you hit new highs every day. They are watching your glow return. They are watching your peace become unshakable. They are realizing they walked away from a unicorn, and the person they chose instead, that asset, is crashing. It has hidden liabilities, drama, toxicity, emptiness they did not see. This is why they are trying to ping you. They want to buy back in, but the price has gone up. The price is no longer potential. The price is now performance. And they cannot afford you anymore. You have moved into a different tax bracket of the spirit. Your currency is peace. Your currency is truth. And they are bankrupt in both. The president is shocked because he thought he could bankrupt you by taking them away. He thought your value was tied to their validation. He did not know that your value is intrinsic. It is built into your hardware by the Most High. Taking people away from you did not reduce your value. It reduced your overhead. It lowered your operating costs. It freed up bandwidth. You got richer when they left. This is the mathematics of the kingdom. When the wrong people exit, the right resources enter. Now, in just a moment, we are going to pray together. And I want this to be more than words. I want this to be the inauguration. What we are about to do will mark the transfer of power from the old administration to the new. If you are able, I invite you to place your right hand on your heart, not because the posture has power, but because it helps us be present. This is the oath of office. Father, we stand in the highest office right now, where the report is still open, where the president of darkness is still in shock. We come not to ask permission. We come to claim what you already granted. We acknowledge the levels we cleared, the tests we passed, the counterfeit we refused. You saw it all. You documented it. You issued the seal. I declare over every person hearing this that the security breach is permanent. The old system cannot recalibrate. The border has been crossed. The restricted airspace has been entered, and there is no going back. What was locked is now open. What was forbidden is now accessible. What was reserved for others is now theirs by right. I seal their diplomatic immunity. The attacks that used to wound them will now bounce off their authority. The obstacles that used to block them will now bow to their rank. The weapons formed against them will not just fail. They will backfire onto the sender. Every curse spoken over their name returns to the mouth that released it. Every spell cast against their destiny burns the hand that threw it. I declare the ancestral audit is complete. The debts their parents could not pay have been cancelled. The curses their grandparents carried have been broken. The patterns that ran for generations have been interrupted. They are the circuit breaker. They are the first. And because they stood, the grid is clear. The children who come after them will walk on roads they paved. The family members who follow will breathe air they purified. We declare that every person who betrayed them, every agent who attacked them, every voice that said they would fail must now witness their success. Must now see the stock they sold hit new highs. Must now experience the seller's remorse that comes from walking away from a chosen one, not for revenge, but for testimony. So the system knows that betting against God's elect is the worst investment in history. We declare their presidential seal is active. Their veto power is operational. Their constitutional authority is recognized in heaven and on earth. When they speak, atmospheres shift. When they decree, demons tremble, not because of their voice, but because of the badge they carry, the seal of the sovereign, the mark of the first, the signature of the one who broke the code. I bind every algorithm that predicted their failure. I bind every statistic that said they would not make it. I bind every psychological profile that underestimated their resilience. The data was wrong. The math was flawed. The calculator is broken, and it will stay broken because they are the variable that cannot be coded. We declare open borders in the spirit realm. Where their family could only peek over the wall, they will walk through the gate. Where their parents could only dream, they will build. Where their ancestors could only pray, they will possess. The promised land that was spoken about for generations is now being occupied. The first has arrived. The pioneer is in. And for whoever is watching this at 2 a.m, whoever is watching this still feeling the sting of betrayal, still questioning if they made the right choice, I pray a specific grace. God, meet them where the stats said they should have broken. Let them feel. Your hand steady them as they stand in territory. Their lineage was never supposed to touch. Let them know they are not lost. They are the first. And being the first is never easy, but it is always worth it. Let them feel the weight of their title, not as burden, but as honor. They are the founding father, the founding mother, the one who rewrote the Constitution, the one who impeached the old administration, the one who dared when everyone else settled. We declare that within 72 hours, someone from their past will try to reconnect. And this time they will not answer out of loneliness. They will answer from power, or they will not answer